At least for what it's worth, at least she
Not
took a
far
nap
east
on
from
the
the unmistakable buildings of the nation's
like
capital.
and
We got a
like
building that's also
definitely an hour
unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name.
with the text
Welcome
like when
to
I texted you
Northwest
definitely an
Stadium here
hour
in
and definitely
Landover,
buy her
Maryland.
set like
Up next, it's our main
so
event
whatever
between
if
the
it's
Minnesota
if she's on her
Vikings
like
and the Washington Commanders.
if she does it on her on the bed then like or on the sofa then like, that's fine. And I think we did a pretty decent job of like
Just about
getting her in
halfway
a
through the
school.
season
Like
now.
it
Still
was
a
one of, I
lot
mean,
of
granted, I
ball to
should
be
have done
played
changes
as we're
before that,
off
but
in week 8. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Ready?
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Simply nowhere to go on that counter play, Kate. Backside defenders took away one side, and they overwhelmed the blocking right in the middle.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
Play action now with Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Ready? 19, shot, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Let's go now. Ready?
From the gun, a run for Henry. And it'll only take this for about a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
60, pass to 60. Go. 70.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Caught, nice gain left side. Nothing to speak of after that catch as the completion gets him down to the 21. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Hey, smash. 70 Timberwolf. Ready, ready?
A draw now. This is Henry. And they were waiting for him on that draw, weren't they? They get him behind the line. That's going to bring up 2nd down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Complete Derrick Henry. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Washington Commanders, 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
Ready, ready.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
One drawn up here for Daniels. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in my double digits, and they nearly got it there.
Brooks goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Now backed up to the 8, 3rd and goal.
70, Hawk 70. Here we go, here we go. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Look at all this time. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
What a great fight from those blockers to keep buying him time in the pocket to find a throw. You wish that effort could have been rewarded with a completion.
On 4th down, here comes Cade York and the Commanders' field goal unit. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. York knocks it through. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
All in all, Kate, we call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
On now is York to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Running for the first time with a Louisville Cardinal. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, McCarthy. His first throw is an interception. Caleb Farley has it. And the Commanders take over as he records his 10th career INT. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number 1. And number 2, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
They get 22 out of that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Running in the red zone. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. On is Cade York for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Commanders go up 10-zip here in the first. On now is York to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they offer the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Nothing doing on the draw, Brock. That's going to send him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Throw here, 3rd down. Hits him on the end route. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And a big hit on the return to stop it cold.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Daniels back to throw. Pulled in by Tommy Trumbull. Down the left sideline he goes. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Back goal 80. Ready.
This one set up for Daniels. That ball is loose, and that bounces out before anyone can make a recovery. They're going to have this one inside the 10. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You could almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
And they pitch it to him, and he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders hold a 16-point lead in the 1st. York now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Commanders take a 3-possession lead.
Commanders 17, Vikings nothing. Hey, York to kick off.
Now it's York to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll run it from the gun. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. That's the end of 1, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 17-0 is our score. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking at 3rd and still 10 here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10.
Ready. 18 cop. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Daniels setting up the play action. He beams one deep right side. Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it.
Brings up 2nd and
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Hold it ready.
Still at the 30 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, come on. Set. Up.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch can still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second, you got to take advantage of that opportunity. Defense just did.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
3rd and long for Daniels. In trouble now, and the ball is out. But it looks like someone from the Commanders got to that one. They'll keep the football. Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return.
At their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. Give now from the gun. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Grant Delpit in to pick it up. And the Commanders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Go.
Daniels from the pistol. Finds his fullback. They're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play, and that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
At the 32-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
Daniels going to keep it. Offense wins zone read, but what a read by the defense. They blow it up for a loss of 4.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Pass pulled in by Henry. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Let's go. Hey.
Turning to Henry on 3rd. And this one does not get close. He stopped after 3, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
York knocks it through. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Now he's York to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. They'll cobble together a yard there. Tackle made by Trey Amos.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
McCarthy throwing here. They connect on the deep shot. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
They'll run here on 1st down. Danced away from one tackle, but not able to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Now McCarthy. It'll be 2nd down and 9, but not just yet. It's only a couple of minutes to go in our 1st half. More coming up from Northwest Stadium. Stick around. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. His run, that's about 4, but he's still well shy of that marker. It's 4th down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
That one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the deficit goes from 20 to 17.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Ready? Press all 80. Ready?
To throw, Daniels. He's set up the screen for Henry. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Throwing the out route complete. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative. When the best of them make it look oh so easy.
This is Henry on 2nd. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
70 Timberwolves.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. This is Lazard working the right side. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, it's a position you expect interceptions from, Brock, but not a lot of them come easier than that for a cornerback. His teammate makes the hit as the QB tries to throw it, and it really affected how that one came out.
Yeah, that corner is going to get that pick under his stat column individually, but that was a collective effort. It was all about the pass rush. And those great corners, they know it. They know it takes everybody. The guys up front doing their job, and when the ball falls harmlessly in his hands like that, he does his job to finish with the INT.
Intended target was his running back. So that brings up 2nd down. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. There he goes on the right side. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings chop some of the lead off before the half.
Kate, you saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen, and they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Power squib kick is taken in. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. On now is York to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. McCarthy to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Gavin Bartholomew, the intended receiver. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. That is exactly why you rally to the football. He got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Buys time, rolling right. He's making a bid for it. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. They'll send out the punting unit. And he'll try to hit this one well. Punt meets him at the 28. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Cougar 19. Let's go.
Play action now with Daniels. This is a heater going deep. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Connects on the crosser. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
19 Lions. Ready.
Throwing on 1st down, Daniels sends this to the end zone. This is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders push their lead further to start the half.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders take a 3-possession lead.
Vikings 10.
On now he's York to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Now it's McCarthy. We've got a screen to the running back. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. Now, that's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play. And boy, did the defense do it there.
Taking a chance to the end zone. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone.
And the Commanders' rush brings him down. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the set. Now ready to punt it. And he's been one of the players of this game. He's returning this from his own end zone, everybody.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
It's not enough. You sell it close, but it's not enough. You release them, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I mean, hey, somebody gotta do it. I take it. Hey,
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Get it.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Hits him on the out route. He pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an out cut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Bronco 80.
He's hanging on to this one on the 2nd down option. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
At the 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Ready.
Out of the gun, Henry. And that's going to be a gain of 8 on 1st down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Go. Ready, ready.
Now Daniels off the play action. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
And this is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Vikings 10. New York to kick off.
On now is York to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Right side, this is into the hands of Felton. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. 2nd and 3 now. Now give left side. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards or reset the downs. McCarthy throwing on this 3rd and 1. He puts some juice on it deep. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Grant Delpit in to pick it off. And the Commanders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Here we go. Here we go. Gravity Lions. Let's go.
Firing quickly out wide. Daniels crosses the 35. Room for more. And he's down all the way to the 30. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready, ready. Coconut.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Going deep here for the end zone. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Still working from the 30 as they line this up. 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Pitch it to Henry. Has some space inside the 15. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders parlay the interception into points. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders continue piling onto this lead. Now he's York to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's going to be the Vikings who have the football, Brock, but given that score, they're going to need points every time out from here on. Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Track 60. Go.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota. Blown back in the backfield, and he hits the handoff. This one held up after just a couple of yards. That makes it 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup in 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. So they're left facing 3rd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you can hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
No gain on the play, and now it's 4th and long.
Okay, that's some terrific stuff defensively. Reading your keys. That down and distance, you're expecting pass. But really, all levels of the defense were all over that drop play and stuffed it before it could get going.
Desperation time here. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off Trey Amos. And the Commanders take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Okay, that's just one of those situations. It is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win. You feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, yeah, interceptions follow.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So 2nd down coming up.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It would be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
He got away from a couple of defenders, but they just kept coming. This one's going to end the loss, Brock.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
18. Go.
3rd and long for Daniels. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space, Steve. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return.
Well, I'm pretty sure this, Kate, special teams coach is going to have a long talk with him after that one. You can get as creative as you want, but you can't give away the ball. You can't lose yardage, and you start turning the ball over like that, you're not going to be returning punts much longer.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Come on.
Flying down the middle with Henry. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
On the set.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Ready. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Let go.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Has a man. It's Ertz. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
From the red zone now. Dumped off to his running back. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Tag. Panther 60. Panther 60.
A designed run. Daniels will keep it. And he couldn't quite break it. Still a 5-yard gain, though. 3rd down.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against a front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
Cougar 19. Ready.
3rd and short. Daniels. And that is a Washington touchdown. The Commanders throwing 6 more on the blowout. York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again.
Commanders 48, Vikings 10. Cade York to kick off.
On now is York to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Setting him on the dive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Back to the well again. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings making the scoreboard look a touch better.
Kate, that play right there, that run is exactly why this team wanted this rookie on their roster. It is so hard to break away.
Oh, and it's no good. Just his 2nd missed extra point of this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. So after the missed extra point, he is still out there. He's going to put it back in play. Has this at the 6.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Here's a design run. Lining up to take a knee on second down. They're drawing up for him. Setting up for the kneel down on third. He's drawn up for him. To score this as a win for the Commanders. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.
To you cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Aight, all your men have been to jail before? Whoa, and all them other cats you run with, get done with, done quick. You gon' approach the dog with some bump. Aight, they go to click. Now I'm 1-1. All over some dump. Ain't that some? It's remind me of club. 'Cause every time you come around, it's like, I just gotta get my. And I don't know who the you think you talking to, but I'm not him, alright, Slim? So watch what you do, or you gon' find yourself next to someone else. And we all thought you loved yourself, but that couldn't have been the issue. Or maybe they just saying that now 'cause they miss you. Try to diss you, that's why you laying on your back, looking at the roof of the church. Preacher telling the truth and it hurts. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. Off the chain, I leave soft in the brain. Still want the fame, off the name. First of all, you ain't rap long enough to be with me. And you ain't strong enough. So whatever it is you they got you thinking that you Superman, I got the kryptonite. Come with my the mic, that's characters, not even good actors. What's gonna be the outcome? Let's add up all the factors. You act, you twisted, your girls are you broke, the kid ain't yours, and everybody know. Your own man say you stupid. You be like, so, I love my baby mother, I never let her go. I'm tired of weak whining over that don't belong to them. What's wrong with them? It's up for real, like my mans in them, who get it all in the strength of their hands with them. Man, y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. I bring down rain so heavy it hurts the head. No more talk, put him in the stand. You keep walking, that you trying to end up. Cause if I end up fed, I end up. Cause you just soft type. What? Fake up north type. It's like a soft fight. Dog is a dog, blood thicker than water. We done been through the mud and we quicker to slaughter. The bigger the order, the more we run out. When up in there, everybody come out. When the body burn out, sun in the sun out. I'ma keep out. Running his mouth, I'ma flung out. Listen, yo, it's about to be. You know who gon' find you? Some old man fishing. Grandma wishing you the best, but it's hard to digest with the sound of your chest. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. 1, 2, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside on my yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside on my big baller. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside on my lady. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside on my street people. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. It's got y'all bouncing again, bouncing again, bouncing again. Man, that's got you bouncing again, bouncing again, bouncing again. Can do now.